Causes that people have are 5 common struggles that people have when it comes to losing weight. All right. One of those common causes is nutrient deficiency. All right. That's number 1. Number 2 is a sleep deficiency. Yes, that one's there also. Number 3 is that they often have a hormone imbalance that they're not aware of. Number 4 is a movement deficiency. And number 5 is a toxicity. Now I want to break all those apart and go into them a little bit deeper, okay? So let's look at number 1. When you talk about a nutrient deficiency, that could be a multitude of things. A lot of people eat junk food and garbage food because they have not given their body the nutrients that it needs to be fulfilled. So you are that person who may go to the fast food restaurant a lot. You may be, you have your favorite meal and then you're hungry a few hours later, so you're eating more of the same type of food. Of course, that is not nourishing your body. Your body is still missing things. And on top of that, a lot of your fast food is filled with different chemicals that are toxic to your body. So that's contributing to the number 5. All right, so we have that one. A good way to get rid of those nutrient deficiencies is to actually look at a program that's going to allow you, it's going to pour into you, right? Give your body all the deficiencies, all the deficiencies that you have. It's going to make up for those. It's going to put all those things back into your body so that you're able to, function better and improve the way you function on a daily basis. Okay. So that's that one. When it comes to the other, when we're talking about a sleep deficiency, a lot of us get this one because we're dealing with, television shows, right? We're at Netflix. We're watching Netflix all night long. And you're sitting here watching Netflix all night long and you don't understand why you can't get up in the morning, or why you're craving sweets every morning, why you have to have your coffee, all those types of things. When that happens, it's due to the fact that you're not allowing your certain hormones to kind of settle in. Cortisol is a big one. Your stress hormones, you're not allowing those to settle in. First thing in the morning, you may not be getting up and getting in the sunlight or moving, so you're not giving that cortisol an opportunity to decrease in your system. There's a multitude of things there. We can go into that much later and get into some deeper components there. Then we start talking about a hormone imbalance. Well, because a lot of people eat foods that are not necessarily natural to us, we end up with some things that are off. Like I was saying with the sleep deficiency, that's one where there's cortisol. A lot of people are trying to substitute how they do things, and in terms of food wise. So they may be going, I'm going on a plant-based diet, but they may not know the accurate steps to go to a plant-based diet. And so what you end up with is a lot of soy intake. And what happens with a lot of soy a lot of times is it mimics estrogen. So you have a lot more estrogen in your system, whether you're a man or a woman, than you need to be, or that's necessary. And so what you end up with there is the promotion of more storage of fat. So you have that you have to deal with. So there's a lot of things we can go into in terms of that one. And then we start talking about movement deficiencies. There are people who are injured, legitimately injured, and they can't necessarily go for a run or for a long bike ride or whatever it may be. But everybody has the ability to move at some level. So if it's a difficulty, getting going, there's a bunch of different things you can work around in terms of getting movement into your daily life. One of those things is if you go to the grocery store, park at the back of the parking lot and walk. It's a little bit longer of a walk, but hey, you're getting more in than what you were able to get in before. The other thing is, you go to a building where there's stairs versus an elevator, take the stairs. Yes, it's going to be a little bit more work, but it's fine. You'll make it work. It's like those different things. There's a lot of things you can get into in terms of exercise, but I'm not going to go into all that here, but I wanted to give you that idea, some examples of things that, even if you're definitely physically impaired, there's other ways around it, such as swimming pools and row machines and other things that can actually help you fulfill the need that you need to in terms of movement, okay? And there's also saunas which help you with the sweat aspect of movement. Just getting your body to detox in that manner. Okay. The last one, toxicity. A lot of people have addictions of various sorts. Those addictions can range from sugar addiction to whatever's in the favorite fast food place you like. If you start talking about a fast food place and you just light up and you're like, ooh, but their whatever is so great and I just love you have an addiction. Okay? You need to address that. You really, really do, because that's something that is going to hinder you throughout this whole process of losing weight. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, I gave you those things. I'm not going into super depth with them, but that's something I do in the weight loss program. We go into depth with all these things and all the different things you can do to combat a lot of this stuff. So there's that. The other part of this is when it comes to losing weight, you need to reframe it into a sense of it's actually your life training, right? It's not weight loss, it's life training. So you're getting yourself ready for whatever life brings you, okay? There's a lot of benefits to being fit in terms of living everyday life. If you have children, you're going to be able to play longer with your children, do more, go do more for longer with your children. If you're a person that likes to travel, there's benefits in having those, being able to sit in a regular seat instead of having to buy 2 seats if you're a person that's that big. There's that. There's health benefits when it comes to insurance. Insurance companies, healthcare wise, if your numbers are together and then there's cheaper insurance for you, right? So there's a multitude of benefits when it comes to being healthy. But I think the thing that people need to keep in mind is it's not about losing weight, it's about getting life fit. Because if you're life fit, there's so many things that you can actually benefit from. And it's not so much of it changes your mindset altogether. Like you don't think of things the same way. You don't view yourself the same way. It's not, I have to have my McDonald's because that's my favorite. It's my body. I've worked too hard to get to where I am to poison my body with whatever fast food, right? I've worked too hard to maintain my system so I can do whatever it is I want to do with my kids. I've worked too hard. I've taken too much care and the creator's creation to just allow it to go wherever and do anything. I mean, it's a different mindset that you have to have, and there's some things that have to change. You may have to change your friend circle. I mean, there may be some people you have to get rid of that just don't understand where you're coming from because they want you to be where you've always been. But it's a growth process, and it's difficult a lot of times. It's not easy. Everybody's not going to come along, with you for the ride. If you can motivate those folks and say, hey, let's do this together, that's fantastic. A lot of times you may not be able to get that group to come along with you. They may not be the people who are, motivated enough and ready to live life enough to get rid of some of those bad habits. So it really starts in the mind. It starts in how you think in terms of what is and is not adequate for your body, what you are going to allow, what you are not going to allow to enter your body, the things that you're going to do to keep your body where it needs to be. You only get one, right? If you only get one, let's take care of it. All right, it's Dr. J Ware. I do have a weight loss program. If you are interested in that, feel free to reach out. There is a link somewhere, probably around the video, to show you that, where we go more into like a group program where we're working one-on-one. There's different levels to it. There's things you can do on your own. There's things you can do with me. There's things you can do in the group. And so there's a variety of levels. So wherever you may be in terms of your journey, you may have a great deal of discipline, and you may just need a little bit of a structured program. You may need a little more information. So you may